Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Free. Good morning, Shy. Shy got to play hooky today. I like that idea. I like that thick hoodie back under the blanket idea, Shy. By the way, your package is sent, but for some reason it's showing on the tracking arriving late. So I'm keeping my eye on it. That was for you, Shy. Good morning. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Marky Z. Free. Get out of here, kid. Good for you. Anybody see anything cool on their screen? Just wondering. Just wondering. Yeah, that's weird, right, Shy? I'll try to pop another something out there. Give it another day or two and let's see if it keeps, if it matriculates to you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, double tappers. Good morning, double tappers. Let's set a record here today. Good morning, double tappers. Classic, no, I don't freeze dry it, I dehydrate it. I use a dehydrator. I do have a freeze dryer, but economically it's real. You can't really charge anything more for it. It takes like 3 times as long to cure. So it's fun to use once in a while, but I've actually stopped using my freeze dryer for quite some time now. Yeah. Good morning, Wazzy. Good morning, Nerdy and Derek and Sanam and Rodmond. Good morning. Good morning to Aaron. Nice to see you. The eagles are hatching in Big Bear. That's so cool. Do they hatch like now? You like those fruits though, Free? The freeze-dried fruits? I sent some out to you guys, some people for lab rat review. I sent some out. No, Rodman, it hasn't come back here yet. As soon as it does, that's one that goes straight out to you. Freeze dryer, free. You can buy mine. I'll sell you mine. Cheap. I don't know how to ship it to you, though. Thank you for that answer, Free. That's a good question. Santam's asking Billy D. Do they have like a camera on the eaglets hatching? That'd be kind of cool. Good morning, Cleanie. You came close to calling me poop. Yeah, so they do have a camera. No, Rodman, that wouldn't have happened. In my 4 years of doing this, that does not happen. It's always just a wrinkle in the delivery. Guaranteed. And if they opened it, if anybody opens anything right now, they're just going to think it's mushrooms, edible mushrooms for making soup, mushroom soup. I even send recipes and ingredients to help you with your soups. Double tap. Double tap for the like. Oh, that's nice, Wazzy. That's nice. So that the glycerin extract was a good little microdoser, huh? Good job. Thank you for that. We haven't made any tincture since that day. The day those tincture classes in January. Send me a link, Billy D. Billy D, later on, if you can, send me a link to that camera. I want to see the Eagle camera. Please. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Mushroom honey. So easy to make, but I don't like honey. I'm not a honey person. Good, Paige. Thank you. Thank you. The glycerin one, huh? That's a good one because it doesn't have any alcohol. It's actually the easiest one to make. Maybe I should make some more. Give me 5 people that say Pop should make some more glycerin tincture. Well, of course you do, Nif, because you're sweet. Oh, Marty, just lost track of which was which. That's right, I did send you one of each. Make more? Make more? Okay, I'm going to make more. We'll have it available here in a week or so. I'll get some started. Glycerin tincture. You got it.
Had to ground him. He's doing better currently, conducting himself properly.
My wife worships me. She puts burnt offerings in front of me every night.
The internet connection at my farm is really sketchy, so I moved the modem to the barn. Now I have stable Wi-Fi. You think gas and electric bills are expensive? Have you seen Jimmy's? The roof.
Yesterday, I opened my water bill and my electric bill at the same time. I was shocked.
I've combined a laxative with alphabet soup. I call it Let Her Rip. Every morning I announce that I'm going jogging with my family, and then I don't go. It's a running joke.
I love these guys.
My son asked me what it was like to be married. So I told him to leave me alone. And we did. I said, why are you ignoring me?
An invisible man marries an invisible woman. The kids were nothing to look at either.
Oh, I got it now. Okay. See if I can do one more. One more. No, wait.
What kind of shoes does a frog wear? Open-toed. Kind of like my Crocs. Speaking of, where'd my hat say to my Crocs? What? I'll go on ahead. You go on foot. Why are you wearing one white sock and one black sock? I don't know, but I have just another pair like this at home. Also, why are you wearing Crocs? You want a pair? Absolutely. Comfy.
Okay, that's our morning funnies. Good morning. Okay. Those guys get me. Was we got to get a little rib tickler there, huh? Oh gosh, darn it. Good morning, everybody. We have a few things to do here today. We're gonna do a few things. Good morning, you guys. What a weekend we had here. A lot going on. What's tomorrow? Nurse, good morning. What's tomorrow? Billy D, don't make fun of Crocs. I wear Crocs almost exclusively if I'm not wearing my performance fishing gear shoes. What's tomorrow? Any of you historians know what tomorrow is? It's the 5th, that's true, Sue, but those happen 12 times a year. What's special about tomorrow? No, Joe Dees, I'm getting it cut. It's so out of line, and my beard, I keep telling myself to go to the barber, and then I get busy and I don't go. Ides of March, you're good, Jay. That's true. It's Ash Wednesday tomorrow, too. Those are all correct. It's Hump Day tomorrow, too. Those are correct. You guys are all correct. I'm still waiting for somebody that knows what they're talking about. What's tomorrow? I'll send something to somebody that gets what it is, the answer I'm looking for. It's not Pop's birthday. No. But that's close, though. It's actually there, Greenie. I need an address from Kev. Greenie, you said it. Tomorrow's our anniversary for Tea with Pops. Tea-versary. It's our tea-versary. 4 years. 4 years, Matthew. 4. And we haven't missed too many of them. We were suspended twice. And then you get a nice dose of Brock or myself. 4 years. I'd like somebody to say, that sounds consistent. Okay, that sounds pretty consistent. It's actually it's pride worthy. In a good pride, not the icky pride. Right? Thank you, Mark, for clarifying that. Okay? 4 years. And there's a reason that there's 4 years. It's a long time, man. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. Kim's one of my first and best friends here. She's been here the whole time. Right? Good morning, Jesse. And boy, we've been lucky to have Brock as a backup, huh? Because I went down a few times last year, but Brock was right there holding it together. Breaking the radio. Thank you, Greenie. Thank you. We enjoy doing it. It's made us grow as people. Both of us. And my relationship with Brock has grown because we try to practice we practice what we preach. Are we perfect all the time? No. But we do our best. And so it's just been a complete transformation of my relationship with my beautiful son. Because the things that I talk about here, we practice. We work out. So it's why it's so easy to keep saying it. If it wasn't true, it would be hard to keep saying it after a while. Have you, Greenie? That's sweet of you. It would be hard to keep preaching after a while if you didn't know it worked. Unless you're making a lot of money at it, which we're not. See, people will preach because they're making money. We don't like that kind of preaching here anymore. We want to preach because it works. We want to teach because we want to share. So, be a servant. Waz, that's so sweet of you. You know, I've heard that from a lot of people. It's why we keep coming here. Some of you have something to do in the morning. Some of you have a jump start now when you didn't before. You could loll around. You have friends you didn't have before. I had 3 friends before we started doing this. Maybe 4. Now, well over 25,000. And a strong, very close 100 at least. Am I right? Good job. Good job, Marky Z. That's really nice, you guys. We'll do some tributes tomorrow. Summer, we have friends now, don't we? We have friends. Look at the Pops channel. You guys cracked me up. I love you guys on the Pops channel. Not channel, but the group talk on IG. The group talk on IG. Kim, your family's grown. You got married. Kim found love. Kim got married. Free found love. Free is love. That's a nice one on NERS, isn't it? That's a neat little channel. I got another kid since we started, right, Matthew, you're so smart. Here we go. I'm going to do a couple of randos. Tomorrow we'll do some tribute. We'll do some tributes, and we'll do some giveaways. We're going to do a giveaway right now. Let me do a giveaway right now. I'm going to send, let's send an 1/8. Let's send an 1/8 of Boo supplements. Beautiful one, by the way. These are cute. We're going to send an 1/8. Don't participate in this particular giveaway if you've received something in the last month. Okay, because there's still going to be another giveaway later today. But if you've received a gift in the last month, hold back and let somebody that's a month or been a while since they've received anything, let them participate, okay? And if you've never won, of course, jump on in. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Give me a number between 1 and 50. You can put up to 3 of them on your line at one time. Okay, Cleanie. Give me a number between 1 and 50. If I've sent you something recently, give the other guys a chance. If I haven't, start firing numbers like crazy at me. Veggie, you can put up to 3 numbers on your line at one time. You can guess 3 at a time. I haven't seen the number yet, Mother Wolf. Keep guessing, you guys. Fire those numbers over here. Fire them numbers. Bing, bang, bing. I haven't seen it yet. Between 1 and 50. Aaron, I still don't see it. Donnie Fike, no, that's not it. I'm about to give you guys a hint. I'm going to make you keep guessing. Fire numbers. Fire the numbers at me. I still don't see it. Okay, I'm about to tell you. I'm going to give you a hint. It's somewhere between 34 and 36. It's somewhere between 34 and 36. Okay? Katie, you got it. Katie, that's correct. Katie, good job. Okay? Katie, 35 it was. Okay? 35. Good job, Katie and the fast fingers. Okay? I just wanted to dial you in with just a little bit of a hint. Okay? There was a tiny hint in there. Does she know how to pick them or what? Katie got it. Katie, send me your address, and we're going to send you that package that you saw. And also, later on today, right before we go, we'll do scale game. I have a scale game, and we're going to give this guy away. We're going to give this guy away. Look at this thing. Have you ever seen? Where's the cap? I'm really confused. I don't know where the cap is. So, this little mushroom cloud, it's called a mushroom cloud, okay? We're going to give that away. Scale game later on. Don't even try to guess now. Don't waste your guesses. Because I really don't even know what it weighs yet. I don't even know what it weighs, but we're going to find out. There is a store called the Something Store. This actually sounds really stupid. I shouldn't say stupid, that's mean. This doesn't sound like something I would participate in. Let me put it to that way. It's called the Something Store. It's online. You send them $10. You send them $10 and they randomly pick something and send it to you. You don't know what you're going to get until you receive it. Who would do that? Anybody here sending them $10 and you don't know what you're going to get? Who needs a surprise that bad? I don't need anybody to surprise me that bad. I'm sending them $10 and they can just, what are they going to send me? Are they going to send me a $100 item? Or are they going to send me a pair of socks that should cost $4? What do you get? Tupperware lids. Yeah, you get the lid, but you don't get the rest. Rodman thinks that you'd make do just as good playing the claw machine. That's a good one. That's a good one. If you're the last of your species, that's sad. Wait. That's sad. I don't want to be the last of my species. What if you're like a little worm and you're the last of your species? What if you're the very last chimpanzee ever? What do they call you? What do they call you? The last of its species. What's it called? It's called an endling. You're the endling. Lonely, free. Looking for a partner. You're called the endling. Probably not what I want to be called. I'm not interested in being the endling. Yeah, that would be a very sad little fellow to be. How about this? 1%, approximately 1% of the static that we see on our televisions comes from the light of the Big Bang. The light of the Big Bang is still out there creating static. 1%. Is that crazy? Here, how about this one? This one, I can't think in these terms. I told you guys, I can never be an astrophysicist. I can't even think in those terms. I'm very, much more the humanities thinker. I'm not a math brain. According to William A. Hissock from Montana State University, this is complicated, so pay attention. If you were in a spaceship that continually accelerated at 1G and it traveled to the center of our galaxy and back, it would only take 40 years. 40 years. We could travel to the center of our universe and back in 40 years. However, this is the freaky part. After coming back, 60,000 years will have passed on Earth. It was a 40-year trip, and you come home, and the Earth is 60,000 years older. After coming back, 60,000 years will have passed on Earth, although only 40 have passed for you. This means technically you can go into the future. Mark, but what about the time zones? I don't know if it matters in that long. It's freaking me out. It's just freaking me out. I don't. First of all, I don't want to be on that. How do you know what the Earth's going to be like when you come back? Okay? How do you? I don't get it. You know the Gateway Arch in St. Louis? The Gateway Arch. The presidents of the United States are not allowed to go on it. No. Forbidden. Can't go up there, sir. But I'm the president. Yeah, I know, sir. But that's just one spot you can't go, sir. Presidents of the United States are not allowed to go to the top of the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri, because the Secret Service forbids it. There's been one exception to the rule. One exception. One guy they let go up there. Who do you think it was? Good morning, exception. Who do you think it was? Which one president got himself to the top of the arch? Secret Service is scared of heights. Nope, it's not Trump. It's not Teddy. I don't even know the Gateway Arch was around then. Who's the one guy? Well, he was a general. He was a general in World War II. That's a hint. One guy they let up there. Eisenhower. Dwight D. Eisenhower, when he visited the monument in 1967, at the age of 77 years old. The arch was completely closed to the public as he insisted on riding the tram to the top. We're going to have to close the whole thing down, sir. 77 years old, way after he retired. I got to get to the top. Okay? That's a funny one, isn't it? Good morning, big man. Dementia Village. Dementia Village. Sound like a place you want to live? There's a dementia village. It's a small village in Holland. It's inhabited by people with dementia. The village has been designed to be a normal environment with grocery stores, restaurants, cafes, and gardens with a secure perimeter. Patients can safely roam around without feeling locked down or confused. They probably put like a monitor on them all too, like an air tag. Where's Joey? Okay. The mayor of Dementia Village has got tags on everybody. The problem is we forget where it is. What are you doing, man? You don't have it yet. Okay? You don't have it yet. That's a good idea, though. I wouldn't mind, hey, if I get dementia, stick me over there and put a tag on me. Keep track. Dementia world. No, Sue, I think it's he just got out of the shower. Dementia World. No, Dementia Village, excuse me. I'm not making fun of it at all. Hey, I'm not looking forward to the possibility. Well, what do I care? Brock's got to deal with it. On June, how about this one? This is one of my favorite museums of all time. I'm going to tell you guys about a museum. You know, Pops doesn't like the word failure, right? I call it feedback. Give me 5 people that agree. We try our hardest to not use the word failure. In our vocabulary, we've learned, bloop, bloop, we've switched that to feedback, which we'll always use that word instead. 5 people kind of agree with that, right? We don't even need to hear the word. On June 7th, 2017, in the Swedish city of Helsingborg, the Museum of Failure was opened up for the first time. The Museum of Failure.
Did it close right after?
They never actually got it open.
They never actually opened?
Yeah, it completely failed. No. I was kidding. Kidding. It closed shortly after. That's a good one, you guys. Nope, it was purposely created by Samuel West, who wanted people to think differently about failure by realizing that success wouldn't exist without it. Yep, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of feedback that contributed to success. I wonder what kind of displays, what do they display there? I wonder. This is the Museum of Failure. Interesting. Are they still open? You guys, they close shortly after. Okay. Are you feeling depressed? You're feeling down? You feeling blue? Feeling a little? Anthony, I think it'd be a neat museum. I'd love to know what's in it. How about this one? If you're feeling blue, you're down. You got the blahs. Here, guess what you got to do? According to studies, if you're feeling sad, drawing a picture of your favorite food can actually cheer you up. Grab a pencil, grab a paper, and draw your favorite food. Woo, I feel great now. According to the article, in 2013, a study by researchers at St. Bonaventure University in New York showed that people who draw pictures of pizza and cupcakes had up to a 28% increase in their mood. Pizza and cupcakes. Pizza's got to be the easiest thing you could draw. Am I right? You do a circle and you put a couple of scratches in it. Maybe throw a pepperoni on there. Put a ... Those are your mushrooms. Pizza's got to be the easiest thing you could ever draw. And it's going to make me happy. We'll give you a couple more randos. And then we got to talk about spores. In 1973, a computer at MIT predicted that by the year 2040, our society would end as a result of overpopulation, pollution levels, and a lack of natural resources on Earth. We have 16 years left. Let's make them good. MIT usually knows what it's talking about. We may pass the 2040 mark. I have a feeling we might. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is capable of actually guessing if somebody is gay or straight, according to a study performed at Stanford University. Researchers created a computer algorithm that could distinguish between gay and straight men 81% of the time, while for women, it was 74% of the time. They call it gaydar.
Come on.
Oh, sorry about that.
Come on.
What?
Got you.
Nothing wrong. I'm in love with a lot of people. It has to be a questionnaire, right, Nerdy? It would have to be they're asking questions. I don't know how else they could do it. Okay. I think that's about it for today. I think we should leave it on that one. I'm not trying to be rude or mean to anybody, any groups. I was just being a jokester, and I apologize if that was a bad joke. Okay, I sincerely, I'm simply a joke. Okay, I was trying to be Conan O'Brien for a minute there. Okay. Oh. What do you got going there?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
You're feeling better?
I'm pretty happy now.
No longer depressed.
You know, I decorated a circle.
What happened to the other half of the pizza, though?
I don't. It's like a pizza cake, cup pizza.
That's
Like
like
a
one of
cup.
the. That's literally one of the worst pizzas I've ever seen.
You never cut a pizza like that?
No, I haven't.
This is why I'm not allowed to cut pizzas.
This is why.
Or cupcakes.
This is why. You actually sat down and drew that? You're in a good mood this morning. I'm feeling zesty, Mark. That's what it is. You draw a pizza and you're going to feel a lot spicy. I'm feeling spicy. Oh, okay. What was that slice? It was like, it wasn't even a half. It was like the line was moved over. Okay? That was no. We had Red Baron pizza last night. Frozen pizza. Gosh darn, frozen pizza's okay with me. I like a frozen pizza. Yep. And you know what we did? Or I did. When you open up the box of frozen pizza, usually all the pepperonis are like stacked on top of each other. So you have to evenly distribute the pepperoni slices back around the pizza before you heat it up. Okay? So I'm sitting there spreading the pepperonis back around, making sure none of them are touching each other, and figuring out, I want them to, each slice to have about an equal amount of pepperoni slices on it. I don't want any slice to get ripped off. I'm trying to be kind to every slice. You know what I'm talking about, Bill? You rearrange the toppings. Well, they're always shook up and kind of in a mess. So you guys are smart too. You guys are the extra adders. You guys put a little more shredded cheese, throw another pepperoni on there. Okay. Now you guys are all going to go get a pizza today. Okay. No, yeah, Kim, I can't do that. I can't. Are we having fun today? We haven't even had a class yet. Okay, wait till tomorrow. We're not going to teach anything. The spore is everything that the fungus represents. Oh, you guys want to talk about pizza for the next 5 minutes instead? We can do that. We could even go with nerves and talk about tacos. I make a mean taco because we make our own shells. I mean, I buy the tortilla, but then we hand fry them and turn it into the little tacos one at a time. And they're perfect. Pops can make a taco. Okay? The spore is everything that fungus represents. It's whole and it's undivided, and it's sovereign, and it's a world unto itself. It's a vessel of autonomy that, though seemingly just the same as countless others, each holds within itself the untold legacies of bygone ancestors and of fungal webs to come. The spore is the beginning and the end of fungal cultivation. That's very interesting. Think about it. You have to have the spore to start, but the end result is it sporulates so it can reproduce. So the spore is the very beginning of the life cycle, and it's the very end of the life cycle. Pretty cool. I don't think there's that many things on the planet that are the beginning of the cycle and the end of the cycle. It's the beginning and end. It's the rest between heartbeats in the network, the silence between notes that fruiting bodies sing. And it's the moment before the soil inhales. Resilient, inspired, and ancient. Ask free. Spores are still points from which storms arise to spawn whole communities and whole ecologies. She who counts the spores of the world is the one who measures the world itself. Fungi as spores, spore as fungus, fungi as life, one and the same, perfect and complete. I'm going to read a little bit about spores here. We did this about 2 years ago. So if the material is familiar, we did this once before. We're talking about the basidiomycete life cycle. The basidiomycete, that's this class of mushrooms that we tend to talk about mostly here. Okay? The beginning of the life cycle is what? What's the beginning of the life cycle? Come on, class, you were paying attention. We just said it. What's the beginning of the life cycle? In the basidiomycete life cycle. Straighty, you're so smart. It's the spore. Unlike cells found in the mycelium and fruiting bodies of mushrooms, the spore is unique in its dedicated purpose to travel and evolve. But being limited in mobility, the spore is at the mercy of the forces around it. Thus, some spores move through the world with the help of other organisms. Truffles and Glomiomycota largely rely on small insects and animals to eat and redeposit spores in further environs. Other spores may grow in acutely defined structures that rely on a precise splash of a raindrop to carry them away. Some are ejected forcefully. The spores of dung-inhabiting species have the greatest self-dispersal range. The spore, these single cells, are launched from their substrates with a force of over 20,000 Gs. 20,000 Gs. This spore is sitting in there on the gill and it's ready to get launched. It's getting ready. And that mushroom inside there, 20,000 Gs it's going to throw that spore out at. And it lands an impressive up to 5 to 6 feet away. These spores can, boom, they can, boom. They'll last about 4 or 5 feet. That's pretty fun, but it's cool. And I have a problem though. Who measured that it's 20,000 G's of force? How did that happen? Think about it. Where's the measurer? Who? I mean, I'm reading it, and okay, but I've read a lot of stuff that I don't know. How do they know? How do they measure it? There has to be a way, right, Anthony? There has to be a way. Some kind of microphysics or something. I don't know. Mycophysics. Most fungi rely on the wind to carry their spores. In the middle of a forest where winds are low, spores often travel less than 3 feet from their parent mushroom. Jeremy's telling acceleration times. How do you measure this? The mass of a spore and its acceleration. I'm sure they're doing it, but they must have some fine-tuned machines. So now we have wind. Wind is most responsible for the dispersal of spores. But in the middle of a forest where the winds are low, spores often travel less than 3 feet from their parent mushrooms. But where winds are particularly strong and turbulent, such as on the edge of a forest, spores are free to roam. Here, some spores may be lifted into the upper layers of the atmosphere and carried on air currents from Africa to South America. I was in the Congo yesterday, and I'm flying over the Amazon right now. Pretty crazy. So now we got them flying around. They're in the upper atmosphere. They're being carried on air currents. As spores fill the sky, the same attractants that create water droplets during ballistospory may draw water to condense in an atmospheric spore, making them important seeds in the formation of rain clouds around the world. They get moved up into the upper atmosphere, and the spores traveling along, and it starts gathering water droplets on it, just as if it was a rain. And then in the rain, drops back down to earth. Rain falls, mushrooms form, and spores ascend again. Through the actions of fungi, the cycle of life begin anew. Here's 2 more little thoughts. Some species spread an incredible number of spores. A single artist conch may release up to 30 billion, with a B, spores a day, or 5 trillion spores over the course of a 6-month growing cycle. One. In 6 months, 5 trillion spores. A single 2-foot wide giant puffball may contain as many as 7 trillion spores. Again, who's counting them? Anthony, let's start counting the next time we see a fungal sporation. I want to know how many there are. The annual weight, within just a few days of germinating, a 2.5 centimeter wide mycelial network of penicillium can produce over 400 million spores. Penicillin. The annual weight of the basidio-spores released around the world equal 17 megatons. 17 megatons annually released around the world. About 1 of those megatons is released at the Detroit Mush Lab every year. The 17 megatons equals about the weight of 100,000 blue whales. 100,000 blue whales weight worth of spores from the basidiomycetes. Spores fill our lungs with every breath. Every breath we're breathing in approximately 500 spores. Choking here. Approximately 500 spores. Now I got a cough for sure. No, it says here, there's 500 spores in each cubic meter of air in the summer months. In each cubic meter of air. To aid in dispersal, spores might be spiky or bumpy or netted or globular or long or skinny. Others are perfect spheres. They also come in a wide variety of colors, which is an aesthetic feature that mycologists have not been able to find an explanation for. Why the different color? Well, we do know in the silicide, the cubensis, they're going to be a dark, dark purple. And so one of the identifying features is the color of the spore. It's like a dark purple, almost black, but it's really not black. And they are kind of football shaped, the spores. So, interesting. Now it's just a little sporology for you guys this morning. Give me 5 people that were like, I think we've heard that before, but we just had to do it again. The beginning of the life cycle of the basidiomycete. We're gonna walk through the life cycle in the next couple of weeks. So we started out with spores, and we'll do our next step tomorrow. What do you do with a spore? We're all a bunch of goofballs. Why do we like mushrooms so much? Because we know they work. It's all in the details. The magic of surrender. Before I do this, let's do a giveaway. And then I'll do a reading and you guys can go do your thing. Let's give this guy away. Okay? First 3 people. Wait. Wait, I have to get a pen. Give me a second. I don't even know yet. So hold on. Okay. First 3 people to come closest without going over this time. Closest without going over are going to move to the spin to win round. Go. Answer in grams and tenths of grams. First 3 people to come the closest. Okay, so everybody, so go back. I have 2 people so far that are pretty close. And those are going to be my first 2. Go back and guess again, but guess lower than you were guessing. First person that comes close. I already have 2 people. You guys are all shooting a little high. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. So here's the answer. Here's the answer. And the first three people, before we did numbers the second time, NERS said 4.8. Even though it was 4.77, I'm going to give NERS a shot on that one. That was awfully close. And I said don't go over, but I'm breaking my own rule because it was so close. So I'm going to stick with NERS with their 4.8. Okay? NERS, you're a touch over, but we're going to go ahead and make you number one because it was awfully close. Laura Devine, you're number two. Laura Devine said 4.3. Nice job. And then Wampaton, I've never seen Wampaton win anything. Wampaton, very quickly, are you in the United States? And over 18. Are you in the United States and over 18? Good enough. Wampaton, you're number three. Wampaton guessed the closest of everybody. Wampaton said 4.7. Okay? So, Wampy, you're number three. And Wampy just womped it. Wampy the Wompy Womperton. Good job, Womp. Wampaton. So what you need to do, Womp, is you need to send me your address. Look what Herbie just wrote right there. Look what Herbie just wrote. Go back and look at Herbie's note. And that's what you want to do is go to that website, scroll to the bottom, email me your address, remind me that it's Wompy, and I'll get that gigantic monster of a fruit sent out to you. And then you're going to have a moral dilemma. Will you ever eat it? Or do you just want to like put it in plastic, memorialize it? Let's do our reading. Jiro Ono knows that it is the small steps that lead to significant impact. Thank you, Womp. He's a 93-year-old sushi chef. His simple. Doesn't Pops always talk to you guys about being simple? I really do. My life was so complicated, I let it get complicated. I let stuff pile up. The more simplified I keep things, both in my grow process, but just in my practices, the easier my life is, but I'm paying attention to the smaller details. The bigger details all really do fall into place. When you spend your life worrying about the big details, all of the small details are running wild. This is a 93-year-old sushi chef. He owns a 10-seat restaurant in a subway station in Tokyo. This is one of only 100 restaurants to receive the coveted 3 stars from the Michelin Guide. He serves nothing but sushi. No rolls, no drinks, no appetizers. Simple suguri, a slice of fish over rice. Yet they take reservations months in advance. He is notoriously exacting in the freshness of the fish, the sharpness of the knives, the temperature of the rice, the placements on the plate. Even though he is one of the best, he is always striving to be better. I apologize, I haven't mentioned the raffle. Help me remember the raffle rules. Cleanie's doing a raffle. So get with Cleanie on his raffle. I'm sorry for not forgetting about that. I apologize. So now we've got this chef, he's exacting. Even though he's one of the best, he's always striving to be better. I do the same thing over and over, improving it bit by bit. But there's always a yearning to achieve more, he said. I feel like that's me in my lab. I've narrowed it down. I don't need to grow 8 different things. I don't need 57 different this. I don't need the largest spore library. I want to get really good at growing 3 to 4 strains. I've mastered Ghost. My ghosts are about the best I could get them. And every time I say that, I get another great tub. It's like, whoa. Icebergs are coming along beautifully. Penis envy, which a lot of people have a tub. My penis envies are just gigantic, huge fruits. This is a penis envy. We dialed it back about 3 years ago and said, just focus on this. Get as good as you can get at this, and then get better. There is no detail that is too small for his meticulous attention. Without the small details, it would not add up to the most delicious sushi of your life, or some of the biggest fruits you've ever seen. It is in the small that the seeds of greatness take root. I always wanted to do great things in my life. And for a time, I thought it wasn't big enough. If it wasn't big enough, it wasn't worth doing. Oh yeah, I got to make a splash. If I'm not going to make a splash, forget it. I questioned the efforts I made, wondering if they even made a difference. Sometimes we think that to be great is to do big things. To make a difference, you must build something, or you must invent a company, or you have to run for president. But revolutions don't always begin with grand plans. Change is enacted when someone dares to acknowledge a problem, looks around, and sees that no one else is doing anything about it. And then they do their very small part. It always starts small. Our first tea, 7 people. But we came back the next day. And for about the first 3 months, 7 people. And then all of a sudden there were 10. Day after day after day, we kept showing up. Doing just the small stuff. Not trying to create a Netflix program. Even though there was a little part of me on my first week, I'm like, I can't wait till we're on net. Wrong thinking. Trying to be big before I was even started crawling. We do our small part and watch it get bigger. Greta Thunberg says she never set out to be an activist. She never wanted to be in front of cameras. She didn't desire a platform, a cause, or to upend her childhood. But she could no longer stomach the blatant disregard for truth. She was a 15-year-old kid. Didn't expect that she would make much of a difference, but she had to do something. And that one small choice spiraled into a global movement. Don't misunderstand me. I know you want to do great things with your life. It's what you were born to do. But greatness isn't always an extravagant. Jesus wasn't born in some fancy palace, but in a little manger in a stable. Buddha wasn't enlightened in the palace he was born in, but under a simple Bodhi tree. The seeds of greatness are in the small moments of your life. The hundreds of different choices that we make through our lifetime. Greatness is not lived on the mountaintop, but in the mess of everyday life. People say, don't sweat the small stuff. And I say, greatness is in the small stuff. And you know where else greatness is? Is in consistency. And being reliable. When you're reliable, you start relying on yourself, other people can rely on you. Be reliable, be consistent. Be aware of the small things, work on those. The big stuff comes. The big stuff gets handled. Big stuff doesn't even become big if we've taken care of small stuff. Do the very best you can in the small stuff. Very little becomes big after that. It's just boop. I don't know why, but it doesn't. I love you guys very, very much. We have a great day here. 67 likes. That's pretty good. We're doing really good. Tomorrow's our anniversary. So we're going to have fun here tomorrow. And would you guys go have a great day? Thanks for being here this morning. Thanks for listening. We had a lot of fun, you pizza heads. And raffle pops, raffle. Cleanie, what's going on with the raffle? Cleanie's the one doing the raffle. Am I right? So we reach out to Cleanie, or is it an IG page? Or am I supposed to do the raffle live? Cleanie, am I supposed to do the raffle live? Because you're ready to do it? And I'm supposed to spin a number? Draw a number between 1 and 25? Okay. Cleanie, do you want me to do it right now? Okay. I'm so sorry. I have not been trying to put you off, but I was a little bit of a loss there. Okay, give me a second. I've got to set up the spin wheel. All right? Give me 1 second. No, it's not your fault. Okay, I'm setting up the spin wheel. We need to put 25 of them in there, right? 6. Oh, geez. There we go. Okay, are you guys proud of me? Okay, we got them in there. Okay, now I think at some point, Cleanie, when you were getting your raffle from him, he told you what your numbers were. And this is the first raffle. There was also a second. I remember he gave me a couple of these numbers. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pick when I push this, a random one of these 25 numbers is going to come up. And then you'll know who you are, or Cleanie, you'll know who you are. Number 10. Number 10. Okay. Cleanie, I'm so sorry that I didn't pay attention to you earlier. We could have done that sooner. Or I could have had the chart ready. But we'll do better on the next raffle. Number 10. Cleanie has something wonderful for you. Hey, Cleanie and Niff, thanks for doing that. We super appreciate it. Number 10 wasn't my number. Michael Patterson, Shanti. Good enough. Good enough. That'll work. Namaste. That works. So, Michael Patterson, get a hold of Cleanie. Okay, Michael Patterson for the win. You guys go have a beautiful day. Thank you again, Cleanie. Married Michael and Cleanie and Niffer and Billy D and Sanum and Buddy and Melody Dawn, Michael Allen, Lemon Tea. Lemon Tea, how are you, Billy D? HB and Cleanie. And Niffer Mama and Sue Littlemeyer and Anthony T, the big guy. No, Anthony Thornton, there's my big guy. Anthony T as well. Joe D's, Michael Allen, Cleanie. Niffer Mama, Derek Anderson, Glassic, yeah, Michael Allen, HB, Nerdy, Joe D's, Deborah, hello, you Pearl, Sarah Bear, hello, Anthony Thornton and Kalini and Wampaton, thank you for sending that. Jesus Christ and Notorious and Justin and OK, and Kalini and Jay Hurst, Kimberly the Golden Bold and Trent and Mike, hello Trent, and Mike Butterball, Oreo, Derek Anderson, hello Michael Patterson, Nerd Nature, Free, the Ancient One, Rodman and Joe Dees, John Zook and Freddie Hinkle, Kimberly Bolden and Jesus Christ in Australia, the Wazzy Anthony Thornton, Sue Littlemeyer, Summer, you have a lot of friends, Melody Dawn, Streety, love my Streety, Wazzy, Fred Hinkle, Mr. Phillips and Joe D's, Mike Butterball, Mother Howell, Wolf, Classic and Jesus Christ and Nerdy and HB, and Niff and Pops and Peace, and take care of everybody. Be kind, be good, practice, pay attention to the small things. See you tomorrow, anniversary.